Hello and welcome back to Earstravagant Adventures. I'm your host and travel agent bestie, Rachel. And joining me, as always, is Katie,
Hi,
everyone's
wherever
favorite.
I am.
I think you're over here. Everyone's favorite travel chaos coordinator. Today's episode, we are doing something a little different. I hope you guys like it. Let us know in the comments. We're calling this one Travel Agent Rants because sometimes
Uh,
we just need to say the quiet parts out loud. Katie and I have rants with each other all the time, but we thought maybe you guys would get a kick out of it. So here we are. We're talking about the things that make us laugh, Katie cry, question our
oh,
sanity as travel agents, from people thinking Disneyland and Walt Disney World are the same thing, to overloading dining reservations, skipping parks, and don't get us started on the chaos of Facebook groups. Even diving into some shady theme park culture, which we will get
mm,
into. So if you've ever wondered what your travel agent is really thinking, or just want a behind the scenes look, honestly, at theme park planning madness, this one's for you. But before we get into it, thank you to our sponsor, Alonzi Travel, the ultimate family theme park experts. Flan every time.
every time.
I am going to pre-record this and just insert it in from now on. Planning theme park trips can be overwhelming, but Alonzi Travel is here to make it stress-free. With our years of experience, we're your lightning lane to hassle-free travel. We handle all the details, allowing you to focus on having fun with your loved ones. Whether you dream of Hogwarts or Walt Disney World, we've got it covered, tailoring the trip to your family's needs. Visit alonzi-travel.com/. Take the trip for a magical adventure.
We
We're
have a
gonna,
list.
we have a list and we definitely toned it down, not toned it down, but like pared it down because we could go
Yeah.
on forever. So if you guys think this episode is fun, want us to do more of these, we can definitely do more. So let us know in the comments if you want to see more. First, let's start out with something super simple that we get all the time.
All the time.
Okay. Disneyland is not Walt Disney World.
Yes. To the point to where our intake forms, our proposal request forms, it says Disneyland in Anaheim, California, Walt
Mhm.
Disney World in Orlando, Florida. Because the amount of people that don't understand that there's two different parks or
Mhm.
two different destinations, it is
And people will
so.
say Disney World and mean California, or they'll
Mhm.
say Disneyland. Like, that's why, I mean, I try really hard to, in my stuff, say Walt Disney World, because I don't know,
Yeah, I do too.
when you say Disneyland and Disney World, like I feel like it's one word and one word
Mm,
can be confusing. So and we've seen it on TikTok. Like people will buy, like I just saw yesterday,
yeah.
somebody was upset because they bought Oogie Boogie Bash tickets, which is in California. They
No.
are going to Mickey's Not So Scary in
No.
Florida. Like it's not even the same name. Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party is exclusive to Magic Kingdom at Walt Disney World. Oogie Boogie Bash is exclusive to California
Yeah.
Adventure Park at Disneyland. Like they're not even the same. And she was like, I didn't even know there was a Disney park in California. What do you mean?
That,
It's
that's
like
the
Disneyland.
original. That's the like that is the well, I have gotten requests in that just say we want to go to Magic Kingdom. And so like I have to clarify because
Mm-hmm.
I don't do a 1 day package. Like that's not something I do, right? And
Mm-hmm.
so like most of the time when I reach out to the people that say we want to go to Magic Kingdom, they think Magic Kingdom is the name for
Uh-huh.
Walt Disney World.
Or vice versa. They'll say, I'm going to Disney World, and they are talking about Magic Kingdom, which
Yes.
perfectly
Yes.
segues into Universal Studios and Hollywood Studios are not the same thing.
This is my favorite topic. I had a viral video a couple years back, maybe last year. I don't remember when
I
this
don't
was.
remember.
I think it was last summer. Um, where I was talking about Universal Studios and Hollywood Studios not being the same thing. The amount of people that I had arguing with me in the comments that you could book one trip and do both. And I kept trying to explain Universal and Walt and Disney are two different companies. They are two different companies. There is not a Universal package that allows you to go to Hollywood Studios. There's not a Disney package that allows you to go to Universal. We can package it together
Yeah.
and book you two separate things, but like,
Yeah,
I,
you can do both destinations
mm,
during your time in Orlando, but you can't pay for Universal with Disney and vice versa.
and then people were also arguing with me that people do not confuse the two of them. And I have seen people in wizarding robes in Hollywood studios with my own eyeballs.
Yes,
I have
thank you.
seen it
The
with my
Wizarding
eyeballs.
World of Harry Potter, sadly, is not at Disney. Disney actually, fun fact, was given the first opportunity to turn down the Wizarding World of Harry Potter, and they did turn it down, and now it's like Universal's biggest moneymaker. So, no,
Yeah.
no.
Two different places. But like I get the confusion because of
Yeah.
Hollywood Studios, Universal Studios, like the studios part of
Hmm.
it.
Hmm.
I get the confusion.
Hmm.
But I've even had clients go so far as to like we're halfway through the planning process and I'm like trying to talk to them like what are y'all your kids excited to see? They're like Harry Potter and I'm like, "Oh crap. We need to have a discussion." you know.
Pump the brakes, pump the brakes.
I'm like, "Are you not reading my emails? Like are you not looking at the attraction guides I sent because we have none of that at the Walt
We'll
Disney
get
World."
to that.
We'll
But
get there.
before we get to that, with the new park open at Epic Universe,
Mhm.
my rant, and I've said this to my agency owner friends, but I haven't said this on the pod yet. Epic Universe has only 11 attractions. I'm not saying that these 11 attractions aren't great. I'm saying there's
Yeah.
only 11 attractions, and only two don't have a height requirement. So if
And only two operate when it's raining.
right.
There, if it's raining, all but two attractions shut down.
So if you have a child that's under, let's just say 40 inches, there's going
Yeah.
to be almost nothing for them to do. And I'm not saying that this park isn't beautiful. I'm not
Hmm.
saying that I'm not going to just go and do the power up band stuff and wand stuff and like maybe I'll ride a couple attractions. I'm not saying any of that. There's only 11 attractions and only two anybody can ride.
Yeah.
That's not great.
No, it's not. I hope they have room to expand.
No, they
I
do.
think.
They do.
I think. Yeah.
Yeah, did an aerial overview,
It's.
and there's
Yeah.
definitely room to expand. So it's
Mm,
like, it's like Hollywood Studios. Like, let's open this park now, and then we'll add on as time goes by. Fair. But
yeah.
to only have two that everyone can ride, that's a problem.
I agree. I agree that it's a problem. And that's kind of one of those discussions I have with people when we start
Hmm.
looking at Universal, like how tall are your kids? Like
Hmm.
that's gonna be my first question. Not to
Hmm.
what do they want to experience, how tall are they? And
Hmm.
then what do they want to experience? Because even with the Wizarding World, everything has a 48-inch height requirement at
Hmm.
all three of the parks. So just something to look at, think about.
Which, another segue, kind of skipping major theme parks. So what we were just talking about, like sometimes it makes sense to not do Epic
Mhm.
Universe or Universal if your kids aren't tall enough because there's going to be a lot that they're missing out on. But at Walt Disney World and Disneyland, there's a better disparity. Like kids can do all kinds of things. So
Yes.
what I'll take, I'll take one, you take the other. I often get people that are like, well, we'll just skip Epcot. And
Mhm.
used to be 10 years ago, maybe I'd agree with you, but now there's a lot more attractions. And Epcot's like doubled the number of attractions,
Mhm.
but also it's a calm park. There's something to
It
be
is
said for
calm.
like, yeah, I like to sandwich it. So you do Magic Kingdom,
Mhm.
Epcot, Hollywood Studios. So Magic Kingdom is through, you know, busy, busy, busy. Epcot, you still have attractions to see and do,
Mhm.
and there's usually a festival going on, but it's a slower pace. And then the next
It,
day, you're back high energy. So when people say, and Charles, I'm sure, will have lots to say about not skipping Epcot, but like people don't understand. It's also the best place to meet princesses.
100%, and it has the best princess dining.
Mhm.
Like that's one of the things that I have. Clients are like, we only want to do 3 days. I'm like, okay, well, what are you going to skip
Mhm.
if you're only doing 3 days? And if they say Epcot, I'm like, well, you told me you had a 5-year-old little girl. So I don't think that that's the move. Like, I
And
don't,
if they
you
like
know,
Anna and Elsa, that's the only place to
mhm,
meet Anna
only
and
place.
Elsa.
Yeah, the only
So,
place.
and that's the conversation I sometimes have is like, okay, would you rather see Anna and Elsa on a show or would you rather meet Anna and
Mhm.
Elsa? Which
It's a good meet and greet too.
it's a
It's a
good
really
meet
good
and
one.
greet because you meet both of them. What's the other park?
Animal Kingdom. All right. So, caveat, Animal Kingdom is having a little revamp, a little identity crisis right now. So, yes, there's not as much stuff to do currently. But Animal Kingdom is a choose your own adventure park to me.
Hmm.
You can make it as short as you want to or as long as you want to. Most of the people that I talk to that say, "Oh, I don't like Animal Kingdom," have never walked the trails, they have never done the train, they have never taken the time to really explore Animal Kingdom. With that being said, it's you're still probably not going to spend all day there,
No,
but
Animal Kingdom, like I
it,
don't feel like is an all day park. I think like by two,
mhm,
if you rope drop it, I think you're done
yes.
by like two or three. But then two or three, go to Nomad Lounge.
Well, what I say is make that your pool day. Like
Mhm.
that's how I build it into my itinerary for my own self. Like I know that we're going to be tired at this point in the trip. So we're going to do Animal Kingdom. We're going to get in, we're going to do all the things we love. We're going to get all the snacks that we love. We're going to wander a little bit. Then we're going to come back and we're going to go to the pool. We're going to decompress. Like that is what we're going to do with that day.
Well, and I
So,
kind of I kind of disagree that it's going through an identity crisis because Dino Land is garbage, and that's the only thing that they're closing. And
yeah, no, I think it's like Hollywood studios, it is fixing its identity crisis.
hmm
You
hmm
know, because like with the changes coming to Hollywood with monsters and all that stuff, I think Hollywood Studios is fixing it. Same way with bringing in Indiana Jones and the Encanto stuff. I think it's going to
hmm
fix that crisis
Yeah,
of.
I think it's gonna bring more interesting attractions. So,
Mhm.
and it didn't really close that many, so there's still stuff to do. Like Expedition Everest is still open, the
Yes,
Safari is still open, Flight of Passage, like the stuff that is big ticket is still open. The stuff that got closed is stuff that's like,
little
yeah, not gonna
tough
make
to
or
be a
break your
bug.
trip. Yeah.
Yeah,
But
like it's
and
not.
that's being
Yeah,
replaced like soon. That's gonna reopen
well, and yeah, and
soon.
that's what blows my mind when people are like, "Oh, well, we're gonna skip Animal Kingdom because everything's shut down." I'm like, not really. Like there, it's not. You know, I think it not even as impacted as much as Epcot was with the years of Walcott. You know, we're still
Yeah.
all traumatized by Walcott.
Oh my God, yes. So that, well, okay. The next rant I feel like you're very suited for.
Yes, overloading dining reservations. And I'm going to tell you, as a person who was guilty of this way back when we first started going to Disney, I thought because you just have that fear of missing out, you got the FOMO.
Well, what do we mean by overloading dining
Oh,
reservations?
making multiple reservations for like two a day, three a day, wanting to go to all the sit down meals, and so when your dining window opens, you make all of these reservations. There's absolutely no need for that. Absolutely no need for it.
Mhm.
A typical sit down dining experience is going to run you an hour to 90 minutes. Every bit of that is time that you don't have in the parks doing the attractions or resting, because you also have to count in that your kids are going to need rest. You're going to need rest. And so guilty of it. I used to do it. I would, sometimes I still do, but I cancel them, within the cancellation window and I don't go. And I understand where it comes from. It comes from the fear of missing out. But when you overload your schedule like that, you're not going to have a great time.
Mm-mm. Because then you're
And
stressed about making dining reservations, and then it's a
mhm,
lot of food, and then you're full, and you're not going to be able to maximize the next
yeah,
meal. Like I stand firm in that one dining reservation a day is perfect. I
yeah,
like to put the dining reservation at dinner because that's a good time. Like, okay, we're all tired, we're all hungry, we're all a little hot. This is a perfect time to take because honestly, I would say 90 minutes. If you're more than a party of two,
mhm,
it's going to take 90 minutes minimum.
yeah,
And it's
agree.
a good time to just like sit down, relax, get that Disney glassy look in your eye when you're like
Air
just not
conditioned.
air conditioned. Yeah. So when you
Yeah.
have too many dining reservations, there is
Hmm.
such a thing as too many dining reservations. There is such a thing.
Absolutely.
That's why I love that Disney actually, because I've been, planning Disney for 10 years, they removed several of the dining plans. One of them had 3 sit-down meals a day.
Yeah.
And
That
that,
one was nuts.
and people would book that, and that's fine,
Hmm.
but it's just too much. One is perfect.
I have a client that had wanted that dining plan, and I was like, oh, it's not back. And then I have other ones that probably do 2 sit down meals a day, but like we talk about it. That's what they want.
Right.
Um, I don't want it. Mm-mm.
Mm-mm.
I
Yeah.
do have 2 scheduled for my Animal Kingdom day for my upcoming trip. But it's the FOMO. I have never gotten to go to Tusker House and I've never gotten to go to Artist Point, so it only makes it like it fits on our Animal Kingdom day.
Both of those are really good too.
I know I have to go. So that's
Well,
what we're doing.
speaking of, I think it's not as bad anymore, but
Yeah.
people who hoard dining reservations. And what we mean by this is having 5 Cinderella Royal Table reservations, 5 Be Our
Mhm.
Guest reservations. Disney's
Bippity
made it a
Boppity
lot
Boutique.
harder. Bippy will, yes, thank
That's the
you.
worst.
That's the worst
Yeah.
one. Disney's made it a lot harder dining reservation wise that you
Hmm.
really can't do this anymore. But Bippity Boppy Boutique still is a huge problem. And we'll circle back to Facebook groups, but people who sell their reservations, you are disgusting. You are disgusting.
It
See your
it
way
is
out.
gross.
Don't ever contact me. Literally don't. Like,
I wish with Bippity Boppity Boutique because, like, with Savi's lightsabers and Droid Depot, it went to a prepay. And I understand why Bippity Boppity Boutique is not prepay right now. It's
mhm,
because there's different levels of
packages.
packages, but the
Hmm.
lowest package starts at $100. So
Hmm.
I would like to see everyone be charged $100 to make that reservation.
Hmm.
It would make my life so much easier.
Hmm.
So much easier.
I wish they would. I can see logistics wise why they don't.
Yeah,
But
but you could upgrade your package. Like you could come in and they could be like, you want to upgrade to get this package.
yeah, I could just see that being an issue for the cast members though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
But
absolutely. But a
but
girl can
like there's
dream.
there's literally no reason because like you and I, we talk to our clients and we say, okay, what reservations do you want to have on this day?
Mhm.
What is your ideal time frame? Do you have some wiggle room? So like there's no reason to have 10
Yeah.
Cinderella's Royal Table because we already know what's going to be best case scenario. So like why are you even doing this? What was the reason?
I had a situation one time where I logged into a client's
Hmm.
account to do their final itinerary review, and I had made all their dining reservations for them and Bippity Boppity Boutique, and they had added multiples of each one each day
Hmm.
because they were like, we don't know what we're going to be doing at what time. And I'm like, no,
No.
absolutely not. This is not happening right now.
I mean, but that's
Like,
the point of the dining reservation is you do know what you're going to be doing at that
yeah,
time. So like you do know that you're going to be having dinner at 6 o'clock. What is there to like question?
time I'm going to dinner. Like talking about those the day that I have 2 dining reservations, like that's going to be a kind of a complicated day for us. I want those times that I chose. Like we are going to have breakfast at 10. We're going to go to Artist Point right at 4 when it opens because then I want to see Starlight.
Hmm.
So I'm hopping into Magic Kingdom to watch Starlight and then I'm going to bed. You know, like
Yeah. That's
yeah,
the point of planning.
we
Also,
are red team.
I'm saying, I get this a lot and it used to matter more pre-COVID. Now it doesn't really matter and that's what order should I do the parks? To
Yeah.
me, at this point, it's more like, okay, well, where do you think your energy levels are going to be? That's more important
Mhm.
because at this point, people take their kids out of school all the time.
Mhm.
It's kind of leveled out in terms of busyness. Like Saturdays aren't really more busy than Mondays. They're all kind
Agreed.
of the same.
Well, and that's what. the whole don't go to Magic Kingdom on Monday, don't do this on, this day. I do talk with my clients and we build out what day they're going to go to the parks, but it's what fits best for them
Mm-hmm.
and what they want to accomplish. It's
Mm-hmm.
not this top Disney tips and tricks. Don't go to Magic Kingdom on Monday. Shut up.
I mean, because
Oh my
even if
gosh.
so, like Magic Kingdom, you'll maybe have a 2% difference in wait times
Yes.
versus Tuesday. Like
Yes.
it's not
But
significant.
those things coming from TikTokers, Facebook groups, all this stuff, it causes my clients to have increased
Yeah.
anxiety
Yeah.
because they're like, Katie, it only fits with our schedule to go to Magic Kingdom on Monday, but everybody said, no, don't do that. Oh, shut up. Like, it's not that big of a deal.
It's
You're
not.
booked with me. I'm
Mhm.
going to make sure you know what you're doing, and we're going to go to the parks when it works for you and your family.
Yeah, and like the only days it really matters is like let's say this is your only day to go to Magic Kingdom and you're either choosing between a day that a party is happening or a
Yes.
regular day. Well, then you need to go to Magic Kingdom on a non-party day because you're not
Yes.
going to get the full Magic Kingdom experience. And you'll see on TikTok everybody tells you to go to Magic Kingdom on a party day, but they're forgetting, okay, now you're not going to get Starlight. You're not going to get Happily Ever After.
That's why I'm hopping back in.
Mhm.
That is why I'm having to hop back in on our Animal Kingdom day because the day we are going to Magic Kingdom is our party day. We have party
Mhm.
tickets, but I'm not going to go and not see a brand new
Right.
nighttime parade. Like, not going to happen.
The other one I recommend, and this, if Epcot is going to be busier during a festival on Saturday and Sunday. So that is
Mhm.
true. So we'll work around that because it's a festival. Or if it's the first day or the last day of a festival,
Yeah,
we're gonna try and avoid
I was
Epcot.
I was just about to say that weekends and the beginning of a
Yeah.
festival, end of festival. Yeah, like no.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
But I mean that's what we do is we know these things. So when a client is like, I want to go to Epcot, okay, cool. Then in my head, I'll be like, okay, but that's the first day of the festival. So I'm gonna tell them we should probably do it on this day. They don't need to know all the back end stuff that my brain is
Yeah.
going through. They just need to know.
As long as they are reading their emails.
This
That
way.
works
I
perfect.
think you're the on this side. So like
I don't know where I am. Oh,
and like
so
we love our clients. We absolutely love our clients.
yes,
And
we
we
do.
both Katie and I, we have worked so hard at building out all of the information that we give to our clients. We, I think, do give our clients too much information, but we try and
Yes.
piece it out so it's more manageable. So, like, I don't know about you, a lot of times we'll sit down to the dining hall and I'm like, did you have a chance to look over my recommendations?
No,
No.
no.
Okay, well, okay.
Yeah. So, we have a system
hmm
of feeding you information so it doesn't overwhelm you, like Rachel just said. And so it's so difficult, because we can take care of everything for you.
hmm
If you say, I don't want to lift a finger, that's fine. I still want to know your preferences.
hmm
Like, I'm not just going to blindly pick dining recommendations for you. I'm not going to blindly pick multipass selections for you. Now, I have people all the time that are like, what would you do? If you were me, what would you do? I love answering that question because we're experts and that takes the pressure off of someone who's never been to Disney before. So that's fine. But
I mean,
just,
and I'll happily answer what
yeah.
I would do. It's just like, are you a picky eater? Because if you are, then I'm
Mhm.
not going to recommend you go to Skipper Canteen at Magic Kingdom. That's
Mhm.
where I would go. But
Yeah.
if most of your family is a chicken nugget family, then it's probably going to be Tony's Town Square is a better fit for you. You
Yeah.
know? So like if you don't know exactly what restaurants you want to go to, that's fine. I do wish you
Mhm.
would kind of have an idea of it, but at the very least, know what kind of food that you guys will or will not eat.
Yes.
Because that's huge because, I had one client who didn't like pizza. And that's like my go-to recommendation to Epcot is via Napoli. Like that's my favorite recommendation. And they're like, "Well, we don't." What do you mean?
What do
Oh,
you mean?
what do you mean?
It's like you suggested sushi. Oh, we don't eat that. No, this is pizza, good sir. Like
Thank
everyone
you.
eats pizza.
Thank
Everyone.
you. So
Mm.
our we have a couple least favorite things on here. We haven't gotten to them yet. We're about to get into our least favorite things.
You were about to
I,
get into the juicy stuff.
mhm. I
Yeah.
think this is our number one least favorite thing,
Facebook groups.
Facebook groups. And
Facebook groups.
there are many, 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 many reasons why we don't like Facebook groups. My number one reason is they are consistently giving inaccurate information.
Yes.
I went
Yes.
in 2017 and I got paper fast passes. This is Lightning Lane isn't a thing. Be quiet. Be quiet.
Oh, and like, or that transportation is still provided by Disney
Oh my
from the
gosh.
airport.
Yes, just get on Disney Magical Express. They pick up your
But
luggage for you.
I think more than the wrong answers is people trying to scam the
Oh, the
system
hacks.
and pixie dust. And now, okay, so if you've ever been on a Disney cruise, you know that there is lots of pixie dust and there is lots of the fish extender, right? The gift exchange. Well, people have now brought that to the resorts. And it started out so nice, but people suck.
Yeah.
We all, as a human race, we suck and we ruin things. So now instead of kids hiding cute little pixie dust around for people to find, there's people, my kid hasn't found any pixie dust. Somebody give us something for free. It's ugly.
Hmm.
It's so
Yeah,
ugly.
these
I
Facebook
can't.
groups, they turn ugly. And like I've had to have a conversation with a couple of my clients. They're like, "Well, what's the best day to go to the parks to make sure we get pixie dust for my birthday?" I'm like, "Look, that's not at
It's
all
not a
something that
thing.
can be guaranteed. I mean, the best you can
Mhm.
do is wear your birthday button and maybe a cast member gives you a Mickey bar. Like that's
Yeah.
never something you can bank on. That is just a cast member choosing to do something nice and they're treated horribly currently. So
Yes.
cast members are even less inclined to pixie dust people. And yeah, and then the hacks that aren't hacks. I saw one that went viral on TikTok which came from a Facebook group about handicap parking
Oh,
is
yeah, I saw that.
free. So now they're like telling people to scam handicap parking.
That is disgusting.
And like people don't just for
Oh,
funsies go and get a disabled placard. Like
yeah. Yes. Mhm.
people don't do that. And you're out here telling people how to scam people who literally need these parts. Like you need to stop.
Well, and not just that, they tell people things that they can't do, like how to
Mm.
get to Remy's for rope drop. And they're like, we're staying off property. So we went here and we got into Beach Club and we walked over. Okay, well, you may have got away with it, but somebody else is not going to because it's not
Mhm.
allowed. You
And
can't
they
do
are
it.
seriously cracking down on that because I mean,
Hmm.
I would do that sometimes and I got turned away several times and I was just like in an Uber and I'm like this isn't worth it
Yeah.
anymore because and it sucks that Disney has to be super strict about that because people are doing this because really it
Hmm.
shouldn't be a big deal for me as a person and just be dropped off at the beach club because I'm not
Yeah.
parking a car. Like me just showing up there should not be a problem. But
Hmm.
because people are doing these hacks, it has become a problem.
Yep.
Which Disney influencers, man.
I have actually seen Disney influencers do things that they're not supposed to do and call them hacks.
Hmm.
Like things that could get you trespassed from the parks.
And let's really quick. There are some Disney influencers that are totally fine, that make
Yes.
great content, that are fun. But then there are influencers who are in there to cause drama. Like please deplatform yourself. I'm so sick of it. The one that has sent me into a rage recently is I don't know who he is. You and I have talked about this. It's a man that goes up to families. First of all, do not approach me with a microphone ever. Get out of my face.
Agreed.
Second
Agreed.
of all, he's asking them how much money they spent on their Disney vacation. That is none of your business.
That's gross.
It's gross. It is none of your business because maybe this is my once in a lifetime trip and I saved my money and I want to splurge. Maybe I know that $20,000 on a Disney vacation is expensive, but to me, it's worth it because I'm here with
Mm-hmm.
my three generations of family. We are close proximity. Like, it is none of your business what my vacation
Yeah,
costs, and it's none of your business to judge me.
exactly. I go on budget trips to Disney and I go
Yep.
to expensive trips. It all just depends on what's in our budget that year and what we're feeling, what we're celebrating. You know, it's gross. But drama sells. So that's the whole
Yeah.
reason. While especially the YouTube live streamers, the TikTok live streamers, they are causing drama with
Because it
cast
sells.
members, with park guests to get those views up, to get
Mhm.
those, I
And they're
just don't.
also like disrupting the guest experience because
Mm,
I'll record stuff in the parks, but I
same.
will not record it in an attraction. And
Hmm.
if I do, it'll be like my phone is here and it's not a dark ride. So I'm not going to record anything
Hmm.
in Haunted Mansion. Maybe I'll record something on like Winnie the Pooh, but it's like right here. I'm not going
Hmm.
to disrupt the guest experience because I'm also a guest. Like I want to hear the Haunted
Yeah.
Mansion spiel and like say it in my
Hmm.
head and cackle about it. Don't, you're ruining this. You're ruining it.
I go live on Facebook, TikTok frequently. I don't go live while I'm doing the parks. I've taken some breaks where I have started a live like for 30 minutes just to talk to people while I'm like sitting and resting. You're not going to see me walking through the parks with my camera on everybody and
No.
anybody, all the kids, all the stuff, the rides. No.
And
Mm-mm.
oh, by the way, that is against your contract with Disney. When you're an annual pass holder, when you buy a ticket, you
Hmm.
are signing a contract, people. I hope you know that. So once
Yeah.
Disney gets tired of you, they are within their legal right to trespass you and remove your annual pass holder
Hmm.
status and ban you from the parks. So I hope Disney cracks down more because it annoys me so much.
And I also hate that some of the good ones, there are some people, I have met people that are
There's
so
some good
nice
ones.
that they live stream and they are just as nice as they can be. And
Mhm.
I will tell you, um, one of the, after my mom died, I watched, I'm not going to say the name because they're wonderful and they don't cause any drama. I'm just not going to say it. So this doesn't get misconstrued. But the big YouTuber live streamer, I watched them every single night. Like when I was in my grief and I couldn't get out of bed, that is what I fell asleep to. So, like, I do think that there is a place for it. I think it's just like the Facebook groups. As a human race, we are just all despicable people and we ruin good things. But
And there's a way to live stream without intruding on other people's experience.
yes,
I have no problem with
yes.
the people who are, the ones that have like the little camera, and like you don't even
Mhm.
really notice it. They're just like
A
hold like
little square one.
yeah, those people are
Mhm.
totally fine. It's the people with like the boom mics and like do again, I cannot stress this enough. Do not get in my face.
Yeah.
And there's also a guy who will just like cheers people and with his
I
drink.
like that.
Okay, but also he kind of gets an attitude when people don't do it back. And I'm sorry, but if
Mm,
you came up to me, a strange man, I'm not going to
hmm.
want to interact with you. That
Yeah.
makes me uncomfortable. And for you to then make fun of me on TikTok because you made me uncomfortable, that's
Hmm.
inappropriate. Like
Hmm.
I like the
I can
cheers and
see
I think
that.
it's cute, but also like you have to have some kind of social awareness that like you may make people uncomfortable and that's okay. Sorry.
You were getting it. You were getting it.
But
Um,
that being said, on the influencer vein, like I don't know if you feel the same as me, but I feel like there's several Disney food influencers, and I feel like there's one in particular, and like you said, I'm not going to say their name because I do
don't
like
say the
them.
name.
But they used to start out, they used to be very authentic. They used to actually give
Hmm.
good critiques. And now that they're starting to get invited to things for Disney and even the one other, a couple of the big ones, now that they're consistently invited to Disney media events, everything is good. All the food
Oh
items
yeah,
are good.
it was delicious, and they're like showing you like a piece of crap. Like I don't.
If
I mean, yeah.
if I see one more person gaslight people into thinking those Gaston's cinnamon rolls are good, I am going to rip everyone's camera out of their hand. That cinnamon roll is drier than the Sahara Desert, and I don't care
Yeah.
how much icing you put on it, it's a disgusting cinnamon roll.
Okay, so on the same thing, I don't know if we went on a bad day, but I like Cape May Cafe, right?
Mhm.
And I had always heard that those salted caramel buns were the best thing on Disney property. You're gonna love them. They were so dry. It was like sawdust with caramel on top of it. And I was like, is this normal? Because I don't like them. And I had heard from so many food blogs and this and that how good they were. And I'm like, this sucks.
I mean, yes, and I will try stuff, but now I
Hmm.
won't. Now I absolutely don't take anybody's opinion. Now I just
No.
use them to stay on top of what the new food
Hmm.
is, and then I can make my own. Like the spring rolls are trash.
I like spring rolls. I like them. I will tell you, the 50th anniversary pastrami ones
That
were
one
the
was
best ones.
that one was good.
Those were the
Yeah,
best ones. Like the
yeah.
cheeseburger one, like, do I get it because it's the best or do I get it for nostalgia? I don't know.
Well,
You
like
know,
I think they're fine for a different snack in a pinch because there's
mhm.
only so many rubbery pretzels you can have.
I don't like Mickey pretzels.
I said rubbery.
Yeah, no, that's a no.
I've had several bad Mickey pretzels and I've
Hmm.
kind of been burned on them, but I really like the crappy cheese sauce, so
Yeah.
it's very difficult. Anyways, so like the spring rolls are a good savory option,
Hmm.
but they're not good. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
I know exactly what you mean. It's one of those things that, and I'm kind of guilty of this myself. Like, what's your not miss snack at Magic Kingdom or spring rolls? But it's really just because
Magic Kingdom food
everything's
isn't
kind of
great.
generic at Magic. Like, there's just not much.
Although they just dropped the menu for the new Pirates of the Caribbean Tavern, I'm gonna have to look
I
into that
haven't
and
looked.
see if that'll be good. That like just dropped like 5 minutes ago.
Oh, like while we're talking, oh my gosh, be right back. I gotta go.
Moving on from food because I feel like we could do a whole episode on
Yeah.
food pet peeves. So we're gonna table that because this one is maybe the second biggest pet peeve. And
We
I'm
can say
glitch.
this one out loud. We can say this creator out loud. Mousetrap news. Mousetrap news. The amount of people that do not understand that this is satire. I get emails or texts about once every 3 months from a panicked client over a Mousetrap news article.
The it's in the name, mouse trap. Mouse trap. But also, wasn't it? I'm gonna call him out. Isn't it Inside the Magic?
Yes, they have gotten so bad
It's
with their
so
clickbait headlines.
and
Oh,
it's such clickbait. Like they'll
mm,
let's say Starlight didn't perform last night because the weather was bad. So
yeah,
they'll in the Inside the Magic or whatever will say Starlight Parade canceled indefinitely.
ever. Yeah,
And
like,
it's not. It's just like it didn't go on that night because it's weather and performance safety and that happens. But
mhm.
instead, they sensationalize it. But Mouse Mousetrap at least is 100% satirical. I hate
And
both. But give us an example of a Mousetrap news because these just like
so I was telling Rachel yesterday that Mousetrap news will actually come into my TikTok live sometimes. And like we banter back and forth and it's real cute, right?
they're
Whoever's running
silly.
their socials is great. But like I think one of the biggest ones was last year they said that masks were going to be required again for Walt Disney World. And
Yes.
people lost their minds because they thought that mask. And I'm like, why would this even? Because like I didn't realize Mousetrap had put out an article. So I'm like, why are
Mhm.
people asking me this? Because I got a couple, and I'm like, there's not even like a COVID spike or a flu spike right now. Like, what's happening? It was Mousetrap. And then when the castle was gonna move,
Oh yeah.
all of Walt Disney World was gonna move to like North Carolina or something.
Like
It,
and let's just be clear, like we love a good joke. So we're
yes,
not necessarily mad at Mousetrap News.
no,
We're mad that people fall for it.
that's what we're mad about. that is exactly what we're mad about. Like, I think that they're great. I think it makes me chuckle. You
Yeah.
know, after the panic of figuring out what the client is upset about,
Yeah.
that's when I'm like, this is dumb. You know, like this was
My
like, why is this a
sister
thing?
sent me one and I forget what it
Oh,
was. And I was like,
great.
Grace Elizabeth, it says mousetrap news.
Which makes it even better because you got it trapped. Like they trapped you
They
in
trapped
that mouse
you.
trap.
They trapped you. Fun and games
But
aside,
going back to the clickbait, though, I think
mm,
even some of the big bloggers, influencers
they're
that we did not mention, we didn't call out by name because
no,
we
we're not
don't
gonna
want to
call
get sued, but they are getting really, really clickbaity too. Like,
well, and I think that goes back to our earlier comment about drama sells and people
yes,
click on stuff more when it's dramatized. So they'll say kids aren't welcome at this establishment anymore. But it's really the
yes,
opening of Geo 82, which
yes,
is an adults only
yeah. They
lounge.
were never welcome here, and
It,
that's fine.
but
It's fine.
right, but the article will get
Hmm.
people incensed and they're like, "Oh, we're boycotting this." And then they get in there and
Hmm.
they're like, "Oh,
This is dumb. It's dumb.
oh,
But you clicked on that in that
uh,
blog that is full of ads that you can't even read. They just made money off you. Shameless plug. The Lonzy travel blog has no ads. And if there's photos, it's only helpful photos.
hmm
Go read the Lonzy travel blog. I'm
please
really
and
proud
thank
of
you."
it.
Speaking of other things that sends us into a rage, currently because the Halloween merch just came out, merchandise resellers can also take a flying leap. Get out of my face. And I'm super pissed about it because they do it at Run
Oh,
Disney events. And I have never been able to purchase a Dopey jacket. And I've run Dopey 3 times because these
mhm,
resellers come in and buy the already limited amount of merchandise and I can't
mhm.
have it and I have done the frickin' event.
Yep.
And
Yep.
they go and sell it for 10 times the price on eBay.
Do you know what makes my heart happy though? When they're dropping the price to what it was lower than what it was in the park because they bought up a bunch of something that didn't sell. And when I see that on Mercari or Poshmark, I'm like, ha ha, ha ha. But yeah, no, it's ridiculous.
Mhm.
Absolutely ridiculous. And I know Disney has made some strives to try to stop it. There are limits on things that you can purchase and the virtual drops of like the popcorn buckets and all that stuff.
Yeah, but the poor cast members, they're the ones who have to enforce it. And also, there's no, I mean, the merchandise resellers already know this, so I'm not giving anything away. They'll buy the max limit on one shift, buy the max limit on the next shift, or
Yeah.
buy the max limit on mobile order, and then buy the max
Mhm.
limit with a cast member. Like, there's
Well,
a way around it.
the cast members don't recognize them or they go check
Right,
out with a different cast
right.
member. So like, because I've watched TikTok
Mhm.
videos of resellers doing it and like
Yeah.
they're in a group of like 4 or 5 and everybody goes in and buys the max amount. Then they come back and get back in the line and buy the max amount again and so on and so forth until there's nothing left for me.
And like, I sent you a video about this because
Yeah, I saw it.
I commented on it like before I knew about any of this. Like I in 2009, my husband and I went to Disney for our wedding and we also did our very first Christmas
Mhm.
trip. And I'm naive Rachel. I don't know anything about Disney merch. So we're there like literally Christmas week and I'm like looking for Christmas merch and it is
Uh,
all gone. And I asked the
yeah.
cast member about it and she literally laughed in my face. And I got actually really upset about it because I'm like, well, but this is the only time I'm ever going to be here. What do you
Hmm.
mean you don't have just a Christmas pin? Like, what do you mean?
Yeah.
And it's because of these horrible people. And also, resellers, there's a special place in purgatory for you.
Yeah. Agree.
Also, the hoarders. So the people who aren't even like reselling it, people who just buy it all up.
I in Loungeflies groups, I have seen this
Oh
where
God, what
somebody
a toxic
has
place to
bought.
be.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's a very toxic place in the lounge fly groups. Where so when the Princess Sequin collection came out a couple of years ago, people
Oh,
would
that was
buy
cute.
like 5 of their favorite princess. Like somebody's sitting with 5 Aurora bags right now, one that they might use at the parks, 4 other ones that are covered in cellophane, and they're not using them.
I mean,
They're
it's like
going.
it's like
It's
the
like the
Beanie
'90s
Babies,
with
right?
beanbags.
You remember
Yes,
Beanie Babies?
yeah, was saying it just as you are. Like it is like Beanie Baby. It's like, why? Why I can get maybe if you were a serious collector buying two, one for the parks and
Yeah,
one for
just
because your
plushies.
lounge flies are going to get messed up if you wear them in the park. It's just wear and
Factual.
tear. It's natural.
Yes.
But it's so crazy to me. And
Mhm.
then now that the economy's crap and everybody's broke, they will post all five of them for sale. And that makes me
Well,
giggle.
and do you remember when Splash Mountain first was announced that it was closing and they made those Splash Mountain plushies?
Waters?
The plushies?
No, no.
Yeah, there was a Splash Mountain the of Brer Fox and Brer
Mm-hmm.
Bear, and
Mm-hmm.
I think I was there when they launched. I watched people have garbage bags full
No.
of these plushies. Yes.
Yeah. So twice now I have gone I tried to get a Splash Mountain pin and the
Mhm.
cast member laughed at me. And then I forgot that I'd already bought a rock and roller coaster pin. So when we were there together in February, I was like, I need a rock and roller coaster pin. And the cast member's like, not gonna happen. So but I happened to message my husband. He's like, you already have one. Stop. Like you're fine.
No, but
But
it's like that. Like it's people who genuinely
mhm,
just want one just to
yes.
commemorate something, and it's ruined by these people who are like, also, this is against your contract with Disney. It is against your
Yes.
contract to take this stuff and mark it up
Mhm,
and make money off of it. So when Disney, because Disney did revoke, they had a whole string like 2 years ago, and they revoked
mhm.
many resellers' annual passes, and they need to do it again because it's.
Agreed. Mm,
Can we talk about Disney Cruise Line now?
yeah. But I didn't know how we were going to segue because it's such a different
There's no segue to
thing.
that. So there's your
Yeah,
segue.
we're going to
Um,
cruise into this.
we're gonna cruise into this. Um, late dining is not horrible on Disney Cruise
It's
Line.
it's the best dining in my opinion. But you're right,
People
people freak out
People freak
if
out.
they
I
can't get
did
early
have a
dining.
couple people bring up a valid comment about acid reflux. That is not something that I deal with.
Yeah.
Okay. But like it's not the end of the world. And also, by the way, that's not the only place you can get food.
Well, and that's we do late dining, and if the kids want something like around 5 o'clock or so before we go to the first show, you know what? Room service on Disney Cruise Line is free, and you can order some chicken tendies and some warm chocolate chip cookies to the room,
Or you
and
can
you can
go
eat
up to
that.
the pool and get that.
Or you could either way, but like that's what we do is while we're getting ready for the show for the night, we order a little room service, have a little snack,
And also,
you
if
know?
you're in the port until like 5 and you have dinner at 5:45, that gives you like no time. So
No
having a
time.
later dinner reservation means you can if you want to spend more time in the port. Now, I
Mhm.
get that a lot of kids in real life have early bedtimes and they eat early, but cruise time is different.
Yeah, cruise time is different. You have longer naps. You might wake up later. If you're not me, I wake up early. But also leave that early dining for the people it's supposed to be for. Okay, the toddlers, because that's all that's in there is toddlers. And if you want to hear crying toddlers while you eat, go for it. If you
Right,
want
like
to
if your
have
kid is 3 and under,
early,
5:45. I agree.
yeah,
Like, and I'm not saying that people don't need the early dining, but I'm also what I'm trying to say is if you, and this will segue into this next piece, if you only have the option for late dining, it is not the end of the world. You
no,
may have
not
to
at all.
be flexible if you do have toddlers, but like the world is not ending. Instead, next time, book your cruise earlier.
Yes, yes. This has been a thing since
Hey, Cola, stop. It's the garbage man.
oh.
Okay, I think he's good.
So this has been a thing since the pandemic, right?
Mhm.
So when the cruise industry first opened post pandemic, they had trouble filling up those ships. And pre-pandemic, you could book a cruise last minute and just go and have a good time. Post pandemic, people want to cruise. Cruising is so popular right now.
Mhm.
And that the cruise they book up. Your Disney cruises are going to book up. Your good ships for Royal Caribbean are going to book up really fast. There's no such thing as a last minute cruise deal anymore. If you are coming to us 6 months before the cruise, you are not going to get a good stateroom. If it's at a high travel time, if we're talking,
Well,
maybe
not just the stateroom, you're not going to get the early dining.
you're not going
I
to,
had a
no, early
client,
dining's going to be gone.
yeah, I had a client looking
Yeah.
for Alaska of June 2026, and early dining is already gone.
Alaska, you book as soon as those dates come out
For Disney. Yeah, you book
for Disney.
ASAP.
Yeah.
So like Royal Caribbean, that
One
one you
year.
have to worry about the stateroom type.
Mhm.
Disney, stateroom and dining time because their ships are smaller.
With Royal Caribbean, you can book your excursions as soon as you book the cruise.
Yeah.
And I have had last minute people book Alaska and they're like, there's not a lot of excursions left. Well, babe, because everybody else booked this cruise a year
Mm-hmm.
ago. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I'm so sorry,
Mm-hmm.
but you get what you get.
You get what you get. What's the rest of that sentence?
You don't throw a fit.
Thank you. Yeah, so no longer last minute deals. And like it really is important to book early because we've talked about this before, but like there's nothing wrong with booking last minute, but you have to understand that you may not get exactly what you want.
You
That's
have
the
to have
thing.
realistic expectations.
If the main dining is your make or break, you have to book your cruise at least a year in advance.
Hmm.
If that's your make or break, and some people it is, which, okay, that's absolutely fair. You need to set the expectation in your head that you have to book this way in advance.
Yeah.
Um, not Disney Cruise Line related, but
Memory
it blows
maker.
my mind that people don't want Memory Maker. What do you mean you don't want your memories? What do you mean?
Especially for you because you treat that memory maker like it is your personal photo shoot at
Absolutely.
every park every day.
Absolutely.
And
That's
I
what it's
don't
there
do that.
for.
I don't do that. But as a mom, I've got to have that memory maker if I want to be in the photos. Like
Yeah.
I want someone to take a photo of me and my family. And it's only $185 currently right now in 2025. It does periodically increase. We haven't had an increase in
I
what,
mean,
two
I
years?
feel like it's increased twice in the 10 years I've been doing this.
Yeah, it doesn't increase. It rarely increases, but it's 185 if you add it to your vacation package. What's it, 210 if you purchase it at the parks?
It's a $25 price difference.
Yeah. So anyway, Rachel literally comes home with 50 plus photos a day. I come home with 50 plus family photos a trip, you know. Uh
Well, my husband hates taking my photo. So it's
yeah,
either I get a PhotoPass photographer to do it, and also the magic shots are so cute. And
yeah,
maybe the PhotoPass photographer that I got wasn't good, so I need to go see somebody else. Like
exactly.
I like
Exactly.
I like photos and I use them. So, but
Mhm.
more to your point, if you can go up to a PhotoPass photographer and give them your phone, they're only going to take like two pictures with your phone.
Yes.
They will
Yeah.
take way more with their camera, which, by the way, is a professional camera with most of the time the correct light settings. And
Mm-hmm.
everybody is in the picture. And they'll do cute poses with you. They'll help you come up with ideas. They'll even do like segments. So it's just the kids, just the parents, just the grandparents. Like they do a great job. And I cannot stress enough how cheap it is.
Yeah, it for what you get, the value of it, it is so cheap.
So cheap.
And you just add it to that vacation package and make
Exactly.
payments on it like everything else.
I need you to do this next tangent.
Well, this is about children. I guess that's my specialty.
I mean, it's all
People
of our
lie.
specialty, but I just feel like you've had this happen.
I've
People
had it
ask about
happen a
this more
couple
than me.
times.
Yeah.
People lying about their kids' age to get them into for free.
Hmm.
I require an email with everyone's date of birth. And I have had at least three that when I say, okay, email me everybody's full name and date of birth for the reservation. Oh, I didn't realize that this is after their third birthday. Yes, you did. You knew the whole time. You were lying because you did not want to pay for that child. And I kind of understand it, but you're not going to do it with me.
Which,
You
by
are
the way,
not
Disney,
going to do it with me.
we don't ask for date of births for fun.
Yeah,
Disney requires it. Like when you set up kids on your My Disney Experience account, their date of birth is required.
yes, it
And
is. It
we,
follows them
yes,
forever.
we run an ethical business.
We
So
do.
we're not in the practice of doing that. And also you can't, there is a chance that you could get in trouble and you could
Hmm.
get trespassed from Disney. I'm not saying on your one trip that it's going to happen. I'm not saying it's not going to happen either, though.
Yeah,
Because
agreed.
it could.
It's not a good
Not worth
practice.
it.
We don't want to be trash bag humans, which
No.
is what we've kind of talked about this whole thing. We want to be good humans and we want to be honest humans, and we're not going to do this. The worst thing that's
Yeah.
related to your kids
This
that
is
drives
actually
me
horrible.
insane is people padding their shoes to make them tall enough to go on rides that they are not tall enough for. Height requirements are for safety.
For
If you
safety.
if you are putting that kid in a 1 inch heel with padding under their sole so they can get on Slinky Dog, okay, you are putting your child's
At risk.
safety at risk. Like, there's a reason that height requirement, it's so their kid doesn't fly off of the side. And I will even say this, there have been many a times I have thought my kid who's tall enough to ride Big Thunder Mountain is going to fly off of Big Thunder Mountain
I have
because
almost
of the
flown out of Big Thunder Mountain.
because it only has one lap bar
Yes.
going across. So
Yes.
like, I am much bigger than my kid.
Yes.
Heck, I'm even bigger than Savannah. One time, Savannah will be joining us for a podcast soon. She was filming the fireworks, and I was holding her like this because she couldn't hold on, and I thought she was going to fall out.
Well, that literally happened. My husband and I, we were in row 15, and I'm
Hmm.
much smaller than my husband.
Yes,
I literally, because we were in the back and you have,
we
gravity
were in
and
the
all
back
that.
too.
I came up and out of my seat
Hmm.
as a grown adult, and I had to like,
Hmm.
oh my goodness, wrap my arm around the lap bar because
Hmm.
I was about to fly out of the seat. So
Yeah.
you guys, we give our clients the height requirement charts well in
Mhm.
advance. What I encourage you to do is have a conversation with your kids if you know they're not going to be tall enough and
Yep.
get them excited for the day that they are tall enough. I have some
Hmm.
clients who plan trips specifically for when their kids are tall enough and they get to
Agreed.
celebrate and ride whatever they want.
Yep. Agreed.
Nothing is worth your child's safety for a 90-second ride.
No, not at all. And they're going to be big enough eventually. They
Yes.
will not stay that size.
No. Disney doesn't get joy out of telling you you
Hmm.
can't do something. That there's nobody in a back room going, ha ha, another child got turned away. Nobody's doing
Yeah.
that. Nobody's doing
No.
that.
And like, you can distract them. Like, we had a couple of trips where AJ was not tall enough to do things like Flight of Passage.
Mm.
And on that trip, it was a big family trip. My sister's like, I don't want to do that. I said, go take her somewhere else so she doesn't realize. She got her a cinnamon roll shaped like Mickey and went to take her to see pink flamingos. She was ecstatic. Like, she didn't know she missed anything.
That's
Like,
a great point because when they're not tall enough, they're usually at an age where they don't also realize things.
yeah, like, we
So
didn't tell her
distract.
we're going to do the best ride in this park. We're like, hey, you're going with Aunt Christy and you're going to get a cinnamon roll and see pink birds. Pink birds? Okay.
What?
What? And you know what? That trip, she tells me she has no memory of. She says she does not remember that trip at all. But every now and again, she will talk about seeing the flamingos at Animal Kingdom. The only time she saw those flamingos was when my sister took her while we all rode Flight of Passage.
That's funny.
So there you go.
Just saying. Like
That makes me want to add one where people are like, oh, you don't need to take them at that age because they can't remember it. But that's a whole
we'll save
other
that for
rant.
part 2.
Part two.
No, because our last rant is this is definitely a plug, definitely self-serving, but people not using a travel agent. I mean,
Exactly.
if you couldn't tell from all of these things, like 75% of the things that we just ranted about, the problem would be solved if you talk to a professional.
It's a knowledge deficit.
Hmm.
It's a knowledge deficit.
And
And we are
Facebook groups
here.
aren't gonna fill that gap because
No.
there's too many opinions for you to wade through. Like my job is to make your vacation the best. I don't care about
Yeah.
Susie Q, your neighbor. Susie Q
Yeah.
didn't book with me. You did. So you get my undivided attention on what resort is best for you. Are
Mhm.
your kids going to be tall enough? How to use Rider Swap? No, Magic Kingdom isn't relocating to North Dakota.
Maybe we should not have three diner reservations in one day. And
How are
Bibbidi
you going to
Bobbidi
get from
Boo.
Cinderella's Royal Table to Tusker House in under an hour? It's not going
And
to
you don't even have park
happen.
hoppers.
And you
Like you
only have
don't
a single
get
park per day ticket.
this has been fun.
We laugh because this stuff has really happened, and
Yeah.
we are not making fun of any of our clients.
No,
No.
no.
Some they just, they were smart enough to come to us. They were smart enough to say, "Oh,
Because
this is
we,
a
and
yeah,
I say this all the time, we live in this space. We do
mhm,
this all day long. This is our
all day every
job.
day."
So, of course, we have knowledge that other people don't because I don't know anything about, I don't know. There are people that go on trips to Major League Baseball stadiums. Wouldn't can probably name
Well, I
three
mean,
Major League
perfect example.
Baseball.
I
Like,
have a tax accountant. I do not want to
yes,
know jack squat about taxes and tax
yeah,
code. I don't want to know any of that.
yes. Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go to a professional and say, help me, please. I do not want to commit any time to learning this. You learn this. It's the
You do it.
same with travel agents. Our,
Mm-hmm.
our clients are smart because they've come to us and they say, I don't have the time in the day. There's too much conflicting information. I don't want
Mm-hmm.
to worry about this. I just want somebody to help me. Great. That's where we come in.
We have you.
Our clients are ahead of the curve because they know travel agents
What does that mean?
smart. We have all
Like,
the knowledge.
oh,
We're
this
smart.
is this is smart.
It's extra because it's two fingers. People that are, when you watch this on Spotify, you can watch the video version because I do upload the video version. So if you're on Spotify and you're like, what is she
Oh, I didn't
talking
know
about?
that.
Rewind 15 seconds and pull the video up and you can see me. I've also done the friends hand gesture a couple times. So if you're on Spotify, just pull up the video.
I
This
think we're
one
done.
and this one. The moral of the story is there are things that annoy travel agents as well.
Hmm.
That we're not perfect. There are things that annoy us, but if you use a travel agent, we will make sure none of these things have to annoy you.
Exactly.
So when you're ready to book your next vacation, hit Katie or me up. All of our links are in the show
Show
notes,
notes.
and we can't wait to work with you and make sure none of these things send you into a tizzy like they do us.
All right.
Until next
Until
time,
next time.
bye.
Bye.